Good morning, back to another video, and today we are finally doing the best part of the year, which is putting the Evo back on the road. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, the sun is shining. It's the 8th of March, which means it's time to put the Evo back on the road, but the battery is dead. So we're gonna have to jump start it today because we're taking it over to Gary to get serviced, so oils and AYC oils and everything changed. So we're gonna use the trusty Civic to get it jump started, and then we're gonna run it over to Gary, get all the servicing done, get it fully checked over for the year, and then just start to have the first blast with it today, because look at this glorious weather that we have. Well, that wasn't too difficult because all we've done is linked up the wires, as you can see, and power's coming on. We're going to leave it just for a few minutes just to kind of gain a little bit more, because when we started it last time it didn't fully get going, and then we're going to try and give it a first little start, get it running, get it to idle, get it over to Gary, and then we might have to put a new battery in it. I'm not too sure, or it might just be because it's not started for quite a few months. Nice! First start, and not really smoky. Didn't take any acceleration, so brilliant. You know what, I am chuffed with that, because when we started a couple of weeks ago we had to give it a few revs and then it didn't work, it cut out, but literally she started up straight away. She's sounding healthy, there's not really any smoke coming out. So when I put that video up the other week on my Instagram and my TikTok, and people were like, oh, there's something wrong with the Evo, this is a sign of a bad Evo. No, it's just been sat for a while. Look, she's clean, there's no smoke, it's all good. So let's get everything detached and let's get her over to Gary, get everything done, and then she's back on the road, ready for the year. So we are down at Gary's, and Danny's here because he's had some issues with his brakes, and this gentleman here is having his car mapped by Gary at the moment. So Focus RS, he's bought it, it's very loud, he's currently getting it mapped by Gary, and the Evo is just having its work done by Dan. So yeah, good day, the sun is out, as we say, and seen some friends, and yeah, good little vibe. So we're going to give you some of the action of this thing being mapped, because who doesn't like seeing a car on the dyno? So the reality of coming somewhere like AP tuning. So the lad who just had the Mark III RS on the dyno had like a Revo map, but it's not a Revo map because Gary runs with Revo and he can't tap into the software. So he's like, it's not a Revo map. And then Danny's S3 has got a stage 2 map, decatted exhaust, which you need, intake, which you need, but it's not got the intercooler. So the problem is, obviously, it's not cooling, so when the air is coming back round to the engine, it's shutting the power down, so this thing isn't as powerful as it should be, and it could potentially be overheating the engine. So that's one issue. And the other one is that the map was done, but because it's stage 2, the DSG wasn't mapped either. So actually when it changes gear, he's getting lag. So this is the benefit of finding yourself someone who knows about the cars and what to do with them. So Danny will be getting all of this done now with Gary, so this thing will be putting out some serious power. I think Gary said it will make like 395 once it's done. So he needs stage 2 Revo map, the old map they're just going to write over. He needs the DSG needs mapping because it's not been done, and it's not technically stage 2 because it's not got all the components, i.e. the intercooler. So once it's done, this thing will be even more of a weapon. So we're probably going to have to get it back on the channel because it's just going to feel like a whole new car. So we're back from Gary's and the car's had its service, it's running fine, and we also had an issue replaced, or sorted should I say, because when we got the Evo 9 bumper, the little clip on here that holds the number plate light, one of them snapped and it kept dropping down, so that's all been fixed as well. So that's all good. So the car's running well, and the thing it deserves now is a clean. But also what we've got as well going in, finally, because I found one and it becomes so hard to find, is a stock Evo 8 seat. So you'll know that we went and put in this Recaro SPG seat. It's a bit of an old one for when we done the track day for Gaston track, but to be fair, I'm not massively feeling it anymore, and I just want to go to full stock interior. So luckily enough, I found this one. I found this seat, and I actually got it for a bargain, 125 quid, which is pretty good. There is a little bit of a crack on the back, but apart from that, and it doesn't come with rails, but luckily I saw some rails as well, so we need to get that built. We'll probably do that tomorrow, because today I want to get the car cleaned because it is absolutely filthy, even though it's just been sat in the garage. Now that brings me on to another point, and something that I am absolutely blessed to have had happen. So this year we've got our first ever sponsorship that we've ever had for the Evo, the page, the channel, and everything that we're doing with the car, this car and all the cars, the Civic and everything else that's going to be happening moving forward. And we have got our first sponsorship with Car Gods Detailing. So yes, we are lucky to now be working with Car Gods Detailing, which is absolutely amazing. So they're going to be supplying me with all the products that I need, and for anyone who is interested in getting any discount, you can use my code EVO20 to actually get 20% off at the discount. And it's just going to be amazing, because obviously we know detailing products are hard to come by in terms of good quality ones. There's a lot out there, but I've just found in the past some of them just aren't that great. But I've been using the Car Gods stuff on the Civic, and it's been absolutely amazing. And if you've been following me on Instagram and TikTok, you might have seen this. But yeah, so we're now going to go ahead and give the Evo a wash, because she is pretty crusty from where she's just been sat in the garage. So she needs a bit of a clean, so we're going to go give her a car wash now with the Car Gods Detailing stuff and show you how good it brings up the Evo. So as well as sending me a load of products, Car Gods have also sent me this amazing gun for the pressure washer. As you can see here, it's a litre, and you can adjust like how it comes out and all that sort of stuff. So currently we've got the snow foam going on, and Cassian's helping me, aren't you, mate? Yeah? Which car are we washing? He loves the Civic. He absolutely loves the Civic, but he hasn't seen the Evo for a while. So now he's... Which one do you like? Which one do you prefer? Which one's Dada's car? Yeah, the Civic. He likes the Civic. Yeah? He doesn't like... Do you not like the Evo? Oh. That's a shame, isn't it? But yeah, currently got the snow foam on. We're going to let that do its thing, and then we're going to rinse it down, and we're just going to do a light wash today, because we have got a visit to Caffeine the Machine in about 2 weeks time, so we'll give it a clean for that. Yeah, I don't know what you are saying, but you're funny, aren't you? Good boy. So there we have it, car looking all nice and clean using the Car Gods stuff, really good quality. And like I say, we just gave it a little once over, kind of got the dirt off after it had been sat in the garage. So we're going to tuck it away, and tonight we've got to obviously build the seat, because it needs to be built, the base needs to be put on. Then we're just going to whip it in the car, and the car is going to be all set, ready to go for the show season. But it's looking good, and it just feels good to have the Evo back out and enjoying it once again. Well, let's just say it's another day, and it didn't go to plan with the seat, because we went to basically put it all together with the new rails that we got through last night, and the rails won't go on, and I was really baffled why this wouldn't work. So I actually dropped a message to the guy who I bought the seat from back in December, and he messaged me after I put a message in an Evo group on Facebook saying, has anyone got an Evo 8 seat for sale? And he said, yes, I have. Dropped me a message, we had a chat. He said the only issue is there were 2 stud bolts snapped off in, which I said, look, my mate Scott will be able to take out X, Y and Z, which we did. But I've gone back to him because the seat rail, the little adjuster thing you pull up, won't fit in to the slots. And I said to him, how did you get it to fit into your Evo? He said, oh, it wasn't in my Evo, it was in a Celica, which means that someone who had it before him has adapted it, and there should be a little tab somewhere here. That one's been sheared off, and that one has been bent back.
So if we bend it back into place, it's essentially going to snap off as well.
So what that means is that seat is redundant. So I've actually now gone back to him, and I'm probably going to have to go through PayPal, which is lucky that I paid with them. So that makes this seat pretty much not worthwhile for me. So that is where we are. So for now, what I'm going to do is just run with it and just leave it. I'm just going to leave the seat that's in there because it's just not worth my time. And the other thing is that we've also just found out, which isn't great, is I've just come into the house in the conservatory and look at this. Something has absolutely nailed there, and luckily it's not gone through the double glazing, and also it's nailed on that one as well. So that is something else that we're going to have to deal with currently. So yeah, not the best few days, I'm not going to lie, in terms of stuff, but it seems like Betsy's made a little house for herself in there, haven't you? You want to keep that for yourself? No, we've got to get rid of it because that is absolutely redundant. And this does bring me to a point. I'm not going to lie, I know people love these Evo seats, but if you don't own an Evo, can you stop doing stuff like this? Like messing around, cutting bits off? Because when I said to the guy, he said the only thing was there was a bolt stuck in here and a bolt stuck in here, and Scott got those out and re-tapped it for me. Brilliant, all good, all done. Perfect. I thought that's amazing, it's going to be good to go again. And when he sent me the pictures, you can't fully see everything. He said that was the only issue was the stud bolt stuck in, and that was it. So now I've got to go round and get it all sorted again. So all I'm going to say is I'm going to leave it there. Start of the video up to this point was brilliant, this bit not so good, but the Evo's back on the road, we can still drive it, it's still going to be fun, and I can't wait for the year. So if you could just support the channel, go give it a like, a share, a subscribe, obviously, keep showing some love, and we'll see you in the next one where hopefully we're going to be having some more fun with the cars. Peace out.